Hola, fish family. Bruce Barker here, on air at the Fish for, years. Although it's been a while. It was like 5 or 6 or maybe more years. Plus, I did fish imaging, and that's that stuff that you hear on radio, like in between songs. Sometimes it'll just do something like 95.9 The Fish, safe for the whole family. Yeah, I did that with a woman named Heather Martinez for the Fish. And those were fun times, too. You never knew when you might be on the air. But, I was mostly on air on weekends, but a lot of fill-in work for pretty much everybody back in the day. Billy Burke and Jennifer York in the morning, and also Bob Shaw and Lauren Kitchens. Let's see, middays with Lara Scott, Big Wave Dave in the afternoon, and bunch of other names come to mind. Ryan James, Frankie DeVita, John Tesh was on at night, and just loads more people. I loved taking phone calls here at the Fish. Amazing, uplifting stories, plus, some really sad tales from Fish listeners that were going through tough times like we all do. It was totally such a treat to grab that phone and connect with you. Plus the music. Wow. Mercy Me and Matthew West, Big Daddy Weave, and Chris Tomlin. I could go on for days. Maybe I will. Third Day, Francesca Battistelli, Skillet. Well, anyway, just the most elevating music on earth, all in one place, right here. Some of my favorite memories are getting to meet a lot of the Fish listeners at events like Fish Fest at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Irvine. We'd all be on air during the day, during these kind of short radio shifts, because we were also doing all the introducing of the bands on stage and shaking hands with you and hugs with new friends, new Fish family members. Well, it's really sad to say a final goodbye to the Fish and the Fish family. But I'll never forget all of the fellowship and the fun, the enlightenment, the food for the soul. Some of the best memories of my life, and I'm glad you were there to help make them and share them with me. So thanks for being with us all these years, and may many blessings come your way well into the future. Take care. The Fish may be gone, but we're all still family. It's Bruce Barker, signing off. For now.
Hi there, I'm Frankie DeVita, and I was blessed to be an on-air personality on 95.9 The Fish for 2 or 3 years. I was a longtime listener before I became a part of the Fish family. I met with then program director Chuck Tyler about an on-air gig, and after I mentioned to him that I had been on a recent missions trip to China with my church, he wanted to know more about it, and I think that's what got me in the door for an interview. I believe he wanted to know about the missions trip because he wanted to know where my heart was. He needed to know if my heart was in this mission, which was the mission of bringing Jesus into the homes and hearts of all the Fish listeners. I'm forever grateful for my time at the Fish, speaking to the listeners on the request line, meeting people at Fish Fest, taking in all the live concerts was amazing, just truly inspiring. I made some wonderful friendships, and I'm thankful to Big Wave Dave, Bobby Shaw, Reba Tony, Ryan James, Chuck Tyler, Bruce Barker, and my forever and ever friend Lara Scott for welcoming me into the Fish family. Music for me says things that I can't always say for myself, so it was an honor for me to spread the word of Jesus through music on the Fish. I will be forever grateful.
Big Wave Dave. Hi, it's Angelfish. I want to give a huge thank you to the Fish family, but especially to you, Big Wave, for your energy and the passion that you've poured into your show on the Fish. Some of the most fun that I've had on air, Big Wave, was with you in those afternoons. Man, that was so much fun. Your show was fantastic. The music, such a positive message. And I was always dancing around listening to the great tunes that you were playing. But the belly laughs in between the songs, I still think about that and reminisce. And, there's still people that come up to me from time to time and say, hey, Angelfish. So that alone is testament to the impact that your show and you have had on the Fish family over the years. You made us laugh, Big Wave. You made us think, and you also made us feel connected. We love you, Big Wave. You're going to be missed more than you know. And just know this, that you have left a lasting impact on the whole Fish family.
Hey friends, this is Jim Governale. It is such an honor to be able to speak on the airwaves at 95.9 The Fish, which was my home. Oh my goodness, I had a couple different stints on The Fish from 2001 to 2004. That's really turning back the clock. And then again from 07 to 2012. My longest stint was as morning host over at our sister station KKLA. I was there from, 1993 to 2016, something like that. Anyway, Fish family, it was an honor to spend some time with you, especially on weekends back in the day. Kind of a bummer to hear that the Fish is going off the air, but I guess there is a time and a season for everything. That's an Old Testament scripture, as I understand it. But I got to work with some of the greatest talents in radio. Ted and Lauren, Lara Scott, Big Wave, Reba Tony, Josh, Bruce Barker, Nolan, Chuck Tyler, Bob Shaw, the list goes on and on. I just want to say take good care of yourself. God bless you, and keep the glass half full, right? 95.9 The Fish.
Hey, Fish listeners, it is Josh. I was on 95.9 The Fish with the all-night crew from midnight to 5 a.m., and I did that from February 2001 until April of 2004. And before that, I was behind the scenes working with original program director Chuck Tyler, longtime morning DJ Bob Shaw, and original music director and afternoon DJ Matt Mitchell. And it was a fun time putting it together because Bobby, Matt, and I were originally on Christian Pirate Radio Online, rocking the world for Jesus. And so putting together a brand new radio station from scratch was it was awesome. And it was a great signal. In fact, I first heard 95.9 when it was KZY-FM, and it had a rich history in itself there from lots of great DJs. The original studios were at the Disneyland Hotel and eventually was on Ball Road. And it's been great working here, both on the air as well as behind the scenes many years after that. We saw lives change for the better through the annual Fish Fest as well as other events presented by this radio station. Also, a shout out to our current lineup of DJs, including Scott and Sam, Big Wave Dave, Nolan, Kevin and Taylor, Penny, and also some great people I got to work with in the past, including Ted Ziegenbusch and Lauren Kitchens in the morning for many years. Also Rob Wagman, Lara Scott, Michelle, Bruce Barker, Mary Hughes, Ryan James, Billy Burke, Randy Tyler, Jim Governale, and finally a shout out to Rolly B, who went to be with Jesus about a year ago. Many of you have been calling as well as writing on social media how much you're going to miss us. Well, we're going to miss you too. God bless you, and thank you for listening to us the last nearly 25 years. And keep on listening to 95.9 FM.
Hey, this is Ryan James, and I was on The Fish from 2004 to 2011. The Fish was and will always be a huge part of my life. I have so many memories, but the one that stands out the most took place in December 2008. At the time, I was also producing the morning show with Bob Shaw and Reba Tony. This particular morning, I was in a bad mood, and it really didn't help that Reba booked a guest without coming to me first. Well, this guest came in, and I decided I was going to work on my other responsibilities and not even go into the studio to meet this guest. I know, not a very Christian thing to do. Well, after a few minutes, I came into the studio, and I met this guest. That guest and I have now been married for almost 15 years. Melissa Disney and I also have 2 kids. She's still an amazing actress and a singer-songwriter, and I'm a writer for both television and the stage. After all these years, I still miss my Fish family, and that also includes all the listeners. I have to say this one last time. 95.9 The Fish, safe for the whole family. Goodbye.
Hey, Fish family, it's Lauren, and I cannot tell you how much my years with you all at The Fish meant to me. Started way back in 2001, trekked from Nashville, Tennessee. My dad helped me. We had the dogs. the cats and the fish. Fish didn't make it. We tried to revive him. But it was a great time of being together with you all for many years. My co-host, Ted Ziegenbusch, he remains a dear friend to this day, and we had some of the most memorable times. You all became family to me. We laughed together, laughed so hard, my britches almost split on a daily basis. We even sometimes cried together, but most of all, we were family, and that will never, ever change. Thankful for the moments Ted and I had with each one of you, being on the air and walking through so many things in life together. He and I were on the air, if you'll remember, when 9/11 hit, and we walked each other through that day, side by side. Precious memories, times that we had one another, and that will never, ever change. Only glory will be more tremendous than our times together that we had on the fish. Please stay in touch and know that we love you so much. And when we say you are family, we do not take that lightly. Isn't the Lord good? Good all the time. And I hope in glory we can all be together again. What fond memories. And I just want to say thank you for being family to us. Thank you for the moments that we shared. I will hold them near and dear to my heart forevermore. And I pray blessings all over you, as my mother would say, that they would nibble at your heels. Much love.
Hi there. My name is Marina Wilson, otherwise known as Michelle. That was my air name at the Fish. And I'm so glad that Josh and all the folks at the Fish called me up and told me, about what was going on in their lives and what's going on with the Fish. Kind of sad to hear that it's going off the air, but got to tell you, I absolutely loved being on air. One of the first personalities, actually, when we went on the air. I did middays there for a while, and wow, it was exciting being at a new station. Everyone just absolutely wonderful. I loved everybody I worked with. I couldn't wait to get to the station to start my day. I had a little bit of a drive to get there, and just was so excited when I walked in the door. The music, awesome. Just so inspiring. A great place to kind of start your day. And loved it. Just really loved it. Made some great friends, listener friends too. And I got to tell you a story. Sometimes getting off the air, I do voice work, like tape commercials for the station and whatnot. And sometimes just chat around the desks with all my coworkers and have fun, tell jokes, and laugh and laugh and laugh. I just remember having so much fun, just feeling great, loved every minute, and everybody was super sweet. Most of us have stayed in touch as well, which is nice, and just wonderful memories and wonderful days.
Hi there, this is Bob Shaw, and it is so bittersweet to say goodbye to 95.9 The Fish. I haven't been there for about 8 years, but I did have the privilege of being part of the station from its very beginning back in 2000, when there were no Christian stations around, serving as assistant program director and music director and helping to shape the vision of what it became. And some of my fondest memories are from my years as co-host of the family-friendly morning show from 2008 to 2016, connecting with so many of you during your morning drives and sharing laughs and encouragement and faith. I will always be grateful for the incredible listeners who made this station feel like a family, and for the opportunity to share hope and inspiration with our community. Thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be part of your lives. While this may be the end of an era, the impact of 95.9 The Fish will live on in all of us. God bless.
Well, hello again, Fish family. This is Ted Ziegenbusch, and from the years 2001 to 2006, I was one half of the morning show called Ted and Lauren in the Morning on 95.9 The Fish. And then later on, I handled the middays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and really enjoyed being with you all of those years. Had the opportunity to do some great charity work with the Fish. My wife and I were actually in Jamaica with Food for the Poor. We also sponsored numerous World Vision children, and so much more. Really blessed us and blessed so many other lives. I suppose our highlight was when I proposed to my wife on the air, and we later on renewed our wedding vows with many other Fish listeners. We were in Fullerton that glorious morning and celebrated with so many of you. Lauren and I were also honored to receive several awards from the Crystal Cathedral for being an inspiration to their youth programs, and we were blessed with several other awards both locally and nationally during our years with the Fish. And through involvement with our fish sponsors, I actually lost 53 pounds on a weight loss program. I received my 20/20 vision again with laser eye surgery, and I helped pay down our mortgage with a company that I never would have known about had I not been with the fish and been a fish listener myself. So there were several truly wonderful moments, and I just want to say thank you, Fish family, for all those years, for listening to us and supporting us. You really are the best. And although it's kind of sad to say that the fish is going away, it's good to know Christian music will continue right here at 95.9 The Fish. So I'll see you around somewhere here in Southern California, and thanks again for everything. We love you.